On this day, the world stopped. But do you remember why? It started like any other morning. Wake up, get dressed, eat breakfast, check the news. But by 9 a.m., the sky over New York was on fire. 2 planes had crashed into the twin towers of the World Trade Center. At first, it looked like a terrible accident. But within an hour, the second plane hit. America was under attack. 4 planes had been hijacked that morning. 4th plane crashed in Pennsylvania, and at the same time, another one slammed into the Pentagon. The attacks on 9/11s were the deadliest in American history, taking more than 3,000 lives. People were running away from the falling towers, jumping from the windows to escape the flames, or simply standing there in shock as the buildings collapsed behind them. Here in the UK, we woke up to the news that America had been attacked. We watched in stunned silence as the news unfolded, and these iconic images filled our TV screens. It was a bright, sunny day here in London, but a dark day for the world. In the days that followed, we learned the scale of the tragedy. Almost 3,000 people had died in the attacks in New York and Washington. Nearly 6,000 people were injured. And it was the deadliest terrorist attack in history. President Bush called it an evil crime. And just days later, he declared a global war on terror. Within weeks, the US was at war with Afghanistan, where the terrorist group Al-Qaeda was hiding. They'd planned and executed these attacks, and their leader, Osama bin Laden, would evade the Americans for more than a decade before he was finally killed. Over the years, many have questioned what the purpose of that war was and whether it was ever right. But on this day, we remember the innocent lives that were lost and the bravery of those who survived. Remember the emergency services who ran into that burning building, knowing full well they may not come out. We remember the firefighters who raced to the scene and the doctors and nurses who did everything they could to save lives. And we also remember the ordinary people, the office workers who helped each other to escape, the strangers who comforted crying children, the neighbors who offered their homes to the homeless. In the darkest of times, it's often the small acts of kindness that shined through. This day changed travel forever. It changed security forever. And it changed politics forever. For many of us, it changed our entire outlook on life. When I was a child, traveling to New York was a dream. It was a city my sister and I would look at on the map and say, "Wow, I want to go there." But after 9/11s, the Twin Towers were gone, and the city that never sleeps had been wounded. Could it ever recover? Well, yes, it did. And I got to visit the city that had rebuilt itself from the ashes. I stood in the memorial that is now in place of the Twin Towers, and I couldn't help but feel a sense of optimism and hope for the future. I think that's one of the reasons why people are so drawn to New York. It's a place that has faced adversity, but it's a city that has always bounced back. It's a city that has always said, "Come back, we will rebuild, and we will be stronger than ever before." As we look back on this day, let's remember all those who died, the emergency services, and the ordinary people who put their own lives on hold to help others. Let's remember the strength and the bravery of the Aryan American people and the people of New York. And when we look up at the cloudless blue sky, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this great city and the people in it. Thank you for watching. And if you'd like to receive our daily videos directly in your inbox, sign up to our newsletter.